outside the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Really pleased now to be joined by Ricardo Hausmann. He's a repeat guest here at Hub Culture, and he's the director of the Center for International Development at Harvard University. Now tell me about some of the work you've been thinking about in terms of business travel.
Well, look, I was puzzled by business travel because, you can call, you can email, you can talk to your counterparty by FaceTime, by Skype, by GoToMeetings. There are plenty of ways of communicating. And companies are spending $1.2 trillion a year, 1.5% of world GDP. They're spending it in business travel. So you might ask yourself, are they dumb or what? Or, is it that... and I don't think they're dumb. I think they're right. But the answer tells us something about the nature of modern technology and about the nature of modern corporate organizations. What we have found, interestingly, is that in spite of the fact that there's this IT revolution, business travel is growing at twice the rate of world growth, about 6.5% per year, so faster than twice the world growth. And it is concentrated in countries that are very knowledgeable, know-how intensive, in industries that are very know-how intensive. We find that over half of world travel is due to the fact that companies own other companies elsewhere. So it's not that they're exporting or importing, that happens too, but it's because they're managing these global operations and they need to send people there. So I think that the reason why this is happening is that it's different to move a brain than it is to move information to the brain. Because when you move the brain can decide what information goes into it.
Right.
And for example, I'm looking at you, I'm reading your face, and I'm finding in your face, what you might be thinking of me, whether you like what I say or not, and so on. And my brain does it automatically, unconsciously, by just reading your body language, reading your face, and all that information is very hard to convey in IT systems. So. And secondly, we need to move the brains because brains are very good at parallel computing, parallel processing. So we work in teams. And it is very hard to recreate that group experience if you don't travel. So actually, a global business requires a lot of know-how that is in brains. And without moving the brains, you cannot deploy the know-how. And that's why we're seeing it grow so fast.
How did you come across this information? How did you compile it?
Well, we have this alliance with MasterCard, and they made us a donation of anonymized data because they are also very interested and puzzled by this phenomenon and what it tells us about the nature of the world and the possibilities for growth and making growth more inclusive.
Ricardo, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.